This is Pat Lok in day 5,000 of quarantine. Stuck at home here in West LA, just like all of you. It's originally from Vancouver, BC, although I don't know if that has anything to do with anything right now. Let's make some coffee. Morning. Alright, now that we get our coffee, it's time to get to work. I've got to do a mix for this French radio station called Radio FG. It's like live video, and I think I'm going to do an all Pat Lok original mix. So we're going to try and work on some edits for that.
Now when the strobe light hits, I want you to move like that.
So I like to test mixes out for mixtapes and live stuff and record box. I can kind of sort it by keys, kind of get all my cue points right, and you know, preparation for any DJ is key. Boy. Good boy. In the day, I don't cook much. So this is my home studio in West LA, where I wrote pretty much all of the new record. My new EP, Gone Is Yesterday, which is out now, depending on when you're listening, on Kitsune. Brought my Juno 106 down here from Vancouver, and we share a couple toys, my roommate and I. He uses the hardware stuff, but I'm kind of more an in-the-box guy myself. I like to play stuff on the 106. But we're gonna get to a Twitch stream, since on Tuesdays I do theme playlists. I didn't know that owls are illegal to have. I love owls. Thought about ducks, but they get kind of lonely. They need like another duck. So you need to get 2 ducks, and that's just like a liability, right? If you live in the city, like every single other animal out there is probably coming at you. Her mom, my grandmother, had just taken one of the ducks and cooked it for dinner, and she was like shattered. She was, I don't know, like 6 or 8 or something, and you know, to her it was a pet. To my grandma it was just, you know, they weren't all pets. Some of them were just like, they would live in a house. It wasn't a farm. I don't know why my grandmother felt the need to like prepare this duck, but traumatic childhood experiences. So for those that are just joining us, yeah, Oxcord afternoon is going to be, well, today is the pet animals theme, since it's National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day, which I think is dope. Obi's a rescue. And then next week I'm thinking about moving it to the morning and switching it up just a little bit, just, you know, so that you guys can like kind of get into your day, and it'll be even more on the chill side, I think. So I just sent out this new remix that I did for Martin Garrix's single Drown to a few VIP DJs, and I just got a reply from my friend the Magician, who's asking if I did an instrumental version, so I think we'll just do that now. I want to mute all the vocals to make this instrumental, but I want to make sure that it's not too bare, so I might use some of the delays and send effects still, just so it's still playable as a DJ tool, which is the point of an instrumental usually. Still a little too much snap. It was the right amount of snap when there was a vocal, but now without vocal, the mix of the drums gotta get tweaked a little bit. nice thing about this remix is that in the drop I didn't use a lot of the vocal, so my drop should be mostly pretty good to go. It's more about the verses and the builds. Yeah, I started off with some of the same synths that I used in that Duke Dumont remix. There's a bunch of layers. There's like 1, 2, 3. There's 5 layers of synths in here. Yeah, sounds pretty good to me, so we're gonna bounce that out and master it. Always waiting. Bounce, 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 bounce. Hurry up. So luckily for me, I did the master for the Martin Garrix remix. It's not super common to master my own remixes for labels, but in this case I did. And so I saved that session. So I have all the settings already. The first version that I sent them, I wanted to do a totally different kind of chill Bloghouse throwback, kind of like Mastercraft and Chromeo, and I sent it to them and they were like, you can do better. So I went back to the drawing board. Cool, I am happy with that. Bounce, 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 bounce. And that's how you do an instrumental. Since we can't go around and exercise and stuff, the parks are closed, I picked up some weights so I can turn the back of my house into a prison yard, which I think my neighbors are really into. Alright, so it's dinner time and we are gonna do a spaghetti puttanesca with the ingredients we have here. I'm gonna do some nice tomatoes, spaghetti, olives, capers, parm, anchovy fillets. Let's get to it. Okay, we're gonna let that sit for a sec. Then our spaghetti. Cover our spaghetti in a large skillet. The garlic and the anchovies down for about 5 minutes on medium heat. Then we're going to break it up by hand. You should also wash your hands before doing all of this. I really only need a cup, so I'm just gonna air. Supposed to be oil packed tuna, but I don't always add the tuna. Voila, spaghetti puttanesca. If you have parsley, add that. Bon appetit. So I did this sample pack for Splice, shout out Splice, Heartbeats Volume 1, and they've asked me to do a second one, so I'm gonna create some loops and stuff for that right now. So it's getting late. I'm gonna head to bed. Thank you for hanging out with me today. This is Pat Lok signing out. Hope you all stay safe in isolation, quarantine, wash those hands. Check out my new record, Gone as Yesterday. Out now, Kitsune. Be good.